Hi, I'm Amy, and this is my project for Awesome. In 2007, World Vision Australia's 40-hour famine raised some much-needed funds to build schools in Lao PDR. And having heard so much about the good work that they do, my family and I decided to go and have a look for ourselves. The Lao People's Democratic Republic is a beautiful country, with different people groups and unique cultures. But life can be very hard. 80% of the population live in villages like this one. They survive on subsistence agriculture. And even in the cities, wages are very low. Water is scarce, so even children walk long distances to find it. And when they do, it's seldom clean. But in the villages where World Vision worked, children had been given back a childhood.
This is a school funded by World Vision. It's bringing a big change in the whole community.
Farmers were growing cash crops for the first time, with animal banks and rice banks protecting against disaster. And I was privileged enough to see just how much of a difference our money can make in this world. But the story doesn't end there.
Around the world, September 2009 was a disastrous month. Cyclone Ketsana savaged the Philippines, Vietnam, and then Laos. And every day there's another international disaster, and another one, and another one. The news is full of them until they become a blur. Cyclone Ketsana hit Laos' border mountains and reversed its rotation, dumping rain and causing catastrophic flooding. World Vision Lao rushed in, bringing aid and building new relationships and the possibility of a much brighter future.
So while the rest of the world tried to help the Philippines, Indonesia, the Solomon Islands, and even the victims of the Haiti earthquake, World Vision Lao struggled under the weight of feeding and housing over 7,500 extra people.
Sepon was one of the 4 districts which was affected by the cyclone Ketsana. Flood waters came through the rivers from Vietnam, and Sepon district was the worst affected in Savanakeht province.
The entire rice crop was lost, to be replanted out of season. The red on this bank shows where the vegetable gardens have been swept away. Entire homes and everything in them gone.
นำเฮาแต่นี่เฮาแต่นี่แหละเฮินลูกนี่เฮินแม่นี่ไปก่อนหมู่เอ้ยเฮินแม่นี่
But with the rising floodwaters, something else was brought to the surface.
So we've just found another one. So they're all round through this grass. Don't touch.
In the Vietnam War, more bombs were dropped on this one small country than were dropped in the entire Second World War. Some of the craters in this village still hold live bombs, and the countryside is littered with cluster bombs. Wouldn't it be awesome if the children of Savanakeht could go to schools that were well funded, with books, with libraries? If the women of Savanakeht would not have to travel long distances for water that isn't even safe to drink, and if the people of Savanakeht could one day be free of a war that for the rest of us ended 40 years ago. And so in 2010, with one simple idea of building schools and wells of clean water, the Savanakeht Society was born, with only a handful of members and thousands of people in desperate need. We will continue to raise funds and awareness. But what happens next? Well, that's up to you. If you would like to become involved, then send me a message, leave a comment, and share this video with as many people as you can. This is only the beginning.